What exactly are you supposed to do if you get laid off and you want to become a full-time entrepreneur? What do you do? I know what to do because that's what exactly happened to me. Hey guys, my name is Simone. I am a business coach and a YouTuber. I serve content creators, coaches, and service-based entrepreneurs and teach them how to build their business and go viral on Instagram with their marketing. So I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited to talk about this topic again. If you guys noticed beforehand, I do have a video on how I got laid off during COVID-19. Now I am a thriving entrepreneur. I mean, I was for that period of time anyway, but my business has really taken off in the past few months being a full-time entrepreneur. So I want to talk about how to become a full-time entrepreneur, what to do if you get laid off and you find yourself in this situation that's so sticky and you're sad and it's terrible and you're trying to figure out how to make money and be a full-time entrepreneur and follow your passion. So let's get started. The first thing to know before you become a full-time entrepreneur is know your options. Know if you have a severance package, how long your insurance is going to cover you. You really need to know your game plan. You need to know your expenses and your finances so you can kind of plan things if you do have a severance. You need to know your plan of action before you dive straight into full-time entrepreneurship. You need to know, do I want to continue my side hustle and look for a job, or do I want to go the path of being a full-time entrepreneur? Because you kind of have to go one way or another, because finding a job is a full-time job, right? So if you want to put your business on the back burner for a little bit while you focus on finding a job, that's okay. But if you want to dip both feet in the water like I did, definitely start working on your business and treat your business like it is your full-time job. It's no more side hustle, it's treating your business like it's a full-time job. Number two, make sure that you apply for your unemployment and apply for it fast. If you are able to and you're not making money in your business, or your expenses outweigh the income from your business, then you want to make sure you apply for unemployment. Make sure that you're getting those checks. Make sure you're getting those coins, because that's what the government owes to you, okay? You got laid off. So of course, different states, there's different things going on. So I can't give you state-by-state advice. I'm also not a CPA. I'm also not a lawyer. So take my advice with a grain of salt, of course, but find out if you're eligible by applying for unemployment as well, right? Number three, decide, since you do want to become a full-time entrepreneur, decide on what you want to sell. What is your offer? If you already have had a business, what has worked in the past and what can you recreate really easily? Where can you make some fast cash? Can you relaunch a course that did really well 2 months ago? Can you open up some spots for one-on-one coaching? Can you run a flash sale, right? You want to start building up your income as soon as possible now that you don't have that steady paycheck, right? So that's incredibly, incredibly important. So you need to figure out what you want to launch or create or sell. If you don't know what to create or sell, you want to really sit down with your journal and write out all the skills you have. Is it copywriting? Is it accounting? Is it coaching? Is it marketing? You want to make sure that you can actually take some of these skills from your 9-to-5 job, monetize them online. Give yourself a little grace though, because it can be a lengthy process and it can be frustrating if you're a first-time entrepreneur and you're trying to figure out your website and your Instagram and your legal stuff and your LLC and your payments and your PayPals. There's a lot of things that you have to do. But if you're trying to become a full-time entrepreneur, take one thing at a time, one day at a time. It's really, really important to do one thing at a time. It's really, 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 I keep on saying really, you guys. I keep on saying that. But, you know, it's incredibly important to figure out your skills and know how to monetize them. There's so many ways to monetize them. And we'll talk about that more later. The next thing that you have to do is just focus on that one thing. Focus on one offer and sell that thing. Don't try to do too much. Don't have a Cheesecake Factory menu of things that they can buy from you. If you want to be a full-time entrepreneur, start by doing one thing really well. Pick one or two platforms on social media to promote your product and go for it, right? Or your service. Go for it and keep on talking about it. Give yourself time to talk about it for a full week, right? See how it feels as a full-time entrepreneur to say, like, this is my thing. I'm going to put all my eggs in this basket and go for it. Once your energy is behind it, then people will buy it. Next, make sure, this is something we talked about a little bit earlier, but track your finances, you guys. I wish I had done this better when I got laid off because I was so freaked out. I didn't want to check my bank account. I had a severance. I didn't want to do anything. I had money coming in from my business and then it was all messy, right? I didn't have a bookkeeper. Hiring a bookkeeper, that's really important. And it was just so incredibly messy. But instead, be lean, track your finances. This is not the time for super heavy investments. This is the time to know exactly how much money comes out for your personal expenses and your business expenses. To stay lean, use what you already have at your disposal. If you've bought a ton of courses, me, I have like 20 courses or 25 courses that I haven't gone through yet. And it's like, instead of investing in further one-on-one coaching, I could just go through these courses, take notes where I need to, and apply them to my business. Use what you have at your disposal. Don't go on a freebie binge and download every single freebie you could ever find, but download the ones that will make your business move forward. Need to learn Facebook ads? Go download a freebie on that, or go through a course that you've already bought on that versus hiring a strategist, right? We got to be smart about our finances and our income right when we get laid off because we don't know what the future is. And keep things lean too. Don't be spending a whole bunch of money online on shoes and things like that. Like, wait, figure out your plan of action and figure out how you can bring more income in. Next, make sure your mindset is good, you guys. I struggled when I first got laid off. I felt like I was terrible. I felt like I was a bad entrepreneur. I felt like there was no way I could do this. And then a month and a half later, I hit a $32,000 cash month, right? So once I changed my mindset, once I was excited about being a full-time entrepreneur, which I've always wanted to do, it was just destined. I was made to do this. Once I realized that, oh, it's not that bad. It's not that scary. I get to live out my dreams and I have money in the bank and I'm able to make whatever income I want. I was so much happier and my mind was so much clearer. I could focus on the things I needed to focus on, and all of the noise I was able to push to the side, okay? Make sure that you keep your mind right. Do a mindset training. If you still have therapy access, go to therapy. Talk to someone. If you have a coach, talk to them. It is really important that you guys get the support you need during this time that is incredibly emotional and hard. I'm not saying it's not hard. Becoming a full-time entrepreneur is not easy. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden I just made this money. No, there's a lot of struggle that comes in there, and I'm not saying it's easy. So make sure that you are getting the support you need, and also work on your mindset. Journal every day. Talk about your feelings. If you have a spouse, talk to your spouse. If you have a best friend, if you have a mom or dad, like really talk about how you're feeling. And then lastly, your support system. I talked about this a little bit. Find your support system. Make sure that you're joining communities. If you're joining memberships that are lower cost, make sure that you have the support you need so you don't get discouraged, because it can be really discouraging, especially if you're making the switch from full-time job to, I'm going to start my business after I got laid off. There's a big steep learning curve at first, and it can feel very overwhelming. Find people who are at the similar point that you are at, and then really support each other, cling on to each other, and see what you can do. If you can afford it, hire a coach. If you can afford it, join a membership. If you can afford it, do what you need to do, or join free Facebook communities and find these biz besties and people that you really need. So that's what I've got for you guys. I hope that this was super helpful. I am coming out with a new guide. You will find it below. It's going to be so great, how to transition into full-time entrepreneurship, because that is so, so, so important. So I'm going to give you some extra bonus tips and trainings on how to become a full-time entrepreneur. I'm even giving you a script on how to announce it to your friends and family when they're like, what are you doing, right? So definitely check out the guide below, and I can't wait to see you guys shine in your full-time entrepreneurship. And don't hesitate to comment. Let me know, are you a full-time entrepreneur? Are you a part-time side hustler? Are you hoping to make the transition? Have you started your business? Let me know below. I would love to hear it. All right, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.